This is the chapter on An Athlete's Perspective, featuring Kevin Sharwarko, retired U.S. Army Staff Sergeant.
Hi, my name is Kevin Sharwarko. I'm a retired Staff Sergeant of the U.S. Army. I served for 10 years before being medically retired for injuries that I sustained during 3 combat deployments. Besides the physical injuries, like thousands of other veterans, I had to adjust to living with the symptoms of PTSD and TBI. Needless to say, there were many rough times during my recovery, and at times I had given up all hope on living a productive and positive life outside of the military. Last year, I moved back to Chicago from Los Angeles due to a family issue involving my children. My physical and mental health were deteriorating rapidly when I decided to take matters into my own hands and turn to something I knew fairly well: exercise. Over the course of about 4 months, I lost a total of 60 pounds. As I'm sure you are well aware, physical health has a direct correlation to a person's mental health, and my situation was no different. Shortly after accomplishing my short-term goals, I became more involved with the Wounded Warrior Project, attending functions and other activities to further assist in my continued recovery. This is when I met Mr. J.J. O'Connor and Mr. Jim Smith, who are board members of USA Hockey and USA Disabled Hockey. Together with Wounded Warrior Project and some help from the Chicago Blackhawks, they formed the hockey team strictly of wounded veterans called the Black Hawk Warriors. We practiced alongside their sled hockey team, the Chicago Hornets, for a month prior to the 2015 USA Disabled Hockey Festival in Buffalo, New York, which was the first hockey game I played in 18 years. At the festival, I had the opportunity to meet and talk with some of the most inspirational athletes our country has to offer, along with family members and many of the volunteers. Each could not express enough how grateful and what an inspiration it was for their children to be playing on the same ice and facility of so many wounded warriors. I tried to explain that, on the contrary, it was all of them inspiring us. There were 70 teams and over 1,000 athletes, and not once over the entire weekend did I hear the phrase, "I can't." The hockey program has been vital in my recovery. It has helped dramatically with overcoming and adapting to the symptoms of PTSD and TBI. I would have to say the most beneficial aspect of the program would be being surrounded by my fellow veterans playing the greatest sport there is.
That completes the video portion of this segment. Now, let's move on.